Hello people. Oh, this, it's just my new finished pattern. Oh, I sound disgusting. I have a stinking cold this week. That cold that was lingering for the last few weeks has come out full force. But I'm gonna give this a crack anyway. This, my loves, is my Anya scarf. Whoops. Okay, I think we might need to tweak this camera a little bit. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, I'm gonna set to one side. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I'm gonna set to one side today because, as promised, you're getting a styling video. However, given the state of the sickness, we're getting one jumper 3 ways this week, amongst some other general chit chat. And in the future there'll be future parts where I just pick several jumpers and show you 3 different ways of styling each one. Today there is one because, quite frankly, I'm too cold to keep getting changed. But it's gonna be good. Let me know if you like the format and then we can tweak it going forwards if there's more you want to see. So before we get started with that, I want to talk about my latest pattern. The testing call is coming out to all of you first. So this is Anya. Now I said it's the Anya scarf, but she's a scarf come shawl, come hood, come snood. It's not a fixed pattern. You can wear it multiple ways. Oh, the fluff is irritating my nose. So I show you, she's quite a big baby. If I show you an end, because that's what I'm quite pleased with. So you've got, oh, it doesn't look as tidy on camera. I promise it looks tidier in person. You've got this tab and the slip stitch detail that opens up wider and wider, and you've got a nice wide section in the middle, and then it narrows down again into another lovely tiny tidy tab, as you can see here. So she is going to have some pom-poms on the end, but I've come up with an idea so that you could make them detachable. I think I've been wearing it for the last few days and I really like that there isn't any pom-poms, but I can also see a need for fairy pom-poms. So the detachable pom-poms are coming soon and they'll be included as part of the pattern. Essentially, I'm going to create pom-poms attached to a ribbon that you can tie in a bow at the end when you want them and undo them when you don't want them. I'm sorry, I sound disgusting, but it was either not posting or posting and sounding like this disgusting slime of a human being. So that's what you're going to get this week. So yeah, she can, so if I open up like this, you can see she's quite widthy, girthy in the middle, and you can wear her like over your head and wrapped around all cozy. Or how I've been wearing her this week actually is like high at the back to keep your neck warm, and then bundled under my coat, and it's very, very drapey. So I've made her in Drops Air, which is my new favourite yarn. I've ordered so much of it. I want like 100 jumpers and it is so soft and fluffy, but not too fluffy. So yeah, bundled under a coat like this. You can wear her like a traditional scarf way, which is quite nice. When you're cold, you could wear it as a shawl around your shoulders. I was thinking actually, like if you have any like festive weddings or winter weddings that you want to go to, this would be a really nice thing to wear over a nice dress. This one's obviously white, which would be for the bride. Don't go wearing white to a wedding. I'm actually going to a wedding next week. It's like, I've got the perfect dress, and I pull it out and I'm like, hang on a second, there's white. Don't be that bitch, okay? I'm not that bitch, so I think I'm gonna go for pink instead, or green. But this would look lovely wrapped around a nice evening dress. You could put a little pin in it, flop it over your shoulders. If you do put the pom-poms, and part of the reason I wanted to put them on is the weighted ends, so if you throw it over your shoulder, it will stay over your shoulder, whereas obviously it's a very light drapey yarn, as with most things, it can fall. I guess you could give it a little tie. The main thing I actually designed it for was I wanted a hood, a scarf that could be worn as a hood. Now I saw these tutorials of these scarves, but people were using rectangular scarves, and I wanted to make it easier with the thinner ends. So you kind of wrap it over. I haven't done this on camera yet, so we'll see how this goes. Wrap it around like this. Even that looks nice. Then you tuck one end in, and you tuck the other end in. Now, if I was a good YouTuber, I'd straighten this out so you can see the nice front. I mean, because it's only slip stitches and garter, the wrong side just doesn't have slip stitches. It doesn't look messy or anything, so it doesn't matter if that's phasing out. But anyway, I've created a hood because you will see I've done this properly. It just works really well. Excuse me, I had to stop that. My boyfriend rudely interrupted. You can hear him talking outside. I'll just wait for him to pass. He took my shower for me and it's now popping out with a friend, so I have time to film. So anyway, this is what I was talking about. This is actually what I had in mind for this. So when you wrap it like that, it stays really snug and it like covers. I've done it wide enough so it will cover the back of your neck. Even if you have quite a bit of hair, there should be enough room because it's like double folded at the back. And it looks so cute at the front. Imagine it with little pom-poms. You could also throw them over your shoulders if you had little pom-poms. I just think it's so glamorous. It's glamorous, it's grandma chic, and it's really warm. So I am so happy with how this came out. It's a relatively simple pattern. Let me just get close and show you. I just love it so much. I know not everyone's the biggest fan of white and cream, but I absolutely love these colours. So you could even wear it with your hood down like this and then you're getting a bit cold, or you're like in winter wonderland and you're walking through the snow and then snow starts falling, or you're sitting on a sleigh and the snow starts falling. And then you could just pull up your little hood and be so cozy. So it's safe to say I'm so happy with how this came out. But the testing call is now. So this took me like maybe 2 weeks to knit, but it was like monogamous knitting. Oh, I need to sneeze 1 second. Oh, it's gone. That's going to happen a lot during this episode. I keep on feeling the tickle to sneeze and then I can't sneeze. Do you get that when you're sick? It's the worst. It's so frustrating. It's what I actually use to describe to my boyfriend when you're like about to orgasm but you're on the edge and you can't quite get over the edge. It's like trying to force a sneeze that just won't come. So frustrating. Anyway, testing call. Yes, YouTube folk, you are getting first dibs on the testing call. I'm going to look for a handful of tests, and this is, I just want to see it in a few different styles. So it's quite a simple pattern, as I said. The ends are a little bit more complicated. I had someone ask me if it's beginner friendly. To be honest, I wish it was, but I don't think it is, just because of the ends. The middle is literally just garter and slip stitch. There's only a purl row, one row at each end that involve pearls. The rest of it is all knit stitches or slip stitches, or variations of knit or slip. It's got a double knitted edge, and the slip stitch detail, and then the rest is literally just garter, and you increase through one side. But that's what I was going to say, the beginning has a provisional cast on because you go back and do the round shaping at the end. So there's a provisional cast on, which is a little bit more complicated, and there's a center single decrease at the end. So there's a few like special decreases and shaping bits at the end, but the rest of it's quite simple. So if you want to really take your time and like learn a provisional cast on things, you only provisionally cast on 13 stitches. So it might be a really good practice if you've got a bit of knitting under your belt. I wouldn't do this as a first project, but like I said, it's an introduction to a few new techniques, but it's not a ton of it, and it's only on the ends, and then after that it's relatively simple. You just need to keep track of your rows to make sure you're increasing and decreasing at the right rate. Whew, I need to breathe between my talking. So I just might sit here with my hood up because it's so cozy. Yeah, the testing form, Google form, will be below. Please click and apply. I used 4.5 or 4 and a bit really skeins of drops air to make this. So So 5 skeins will be plenty, regardless of if you've got a bit looser gauge than me. Obviously, it being a shawl, gauge isn't hugely crucial, but you wouldn't want it to be massively tight or massively loose just because it won't look as nice. And also, if it's too tight, you won't get enough of a sort of backing on it to get a good hood, because you don't want it too narrow, but you can always block that out and, you know, blah 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 blah. So yeah, please apply. Let me know what you think of the new pattern. I am going to give people 4 weeks to make it, I think. So everyone's probably got some gift knits on the go and a few other things happening, so I'm not in any rush to get this out. If you, yeah, it'll be 4 weeks. I've already written up the pattern, it just needs a little bit of cleaning up. And there will be an Instagram group for everyone that's making it, so let me know if you're interested. Okay, before we get on to the style on knits portion of this video, I wanted to talk to you about 2 more things, but currently I can only remember one of them. One of them is, yes, I remember both. One of them is, I think I'm gonna do Vlogmas this year. I started watching loads of people's Vlogmas, not just knitters, and I'm feeling so festive. I've been listening to Christmas music, I've been watching films, I've been making gifts. This year I'm making stockings for my parents because they don't normally get them, but they always make them for the kids. I say kids, we're all adults now, but you know. So being like, coming up with like little thoughtful treats to go in the stocking has just put me in the mood. So I think I will do Vlogmas this year. Do you enjoy Vlogmas? Is it worth me doing? And if so, what do you want to see? So obviously nearer the time there'll be some baking and some gift wrapping and a few trips to more Christmassy places, and I'll bring you along with me. But on the day-to-day, I mean, I'm working my full-time job all the way through December. I work from home, so it will be like little pieces here and there, things that I'm working on. But is there anything in particular that you would really like to see and that you enjoy in other people's Vlogmases, or you wish other people would include? Let me know, because I am planning out my 24 days. Anyone that doesn't know, Vlogmas is you vlog every day for 24 days from the 1st to the 24th of December, and it's usually quite festive. And I am one festive little elf, so I'm very much looking forward to it. That is number 1. Number 2 is today, like actually today, Sunday, I think I'm gonna say the 19th of November, it's Mash's 2-year adoption day. So today is this day 2 years ago. My life was very different and I found tiny little Mash. So anyone who doesn't know, Mashka is my dog. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself at the beginning. Hello, my name is Molly Mae. I am the maker behind Ponder Ply. Welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you've been here before. If you've been here before, you know what a liability I am, so we'll just go with the flow. Just tuck my hair in because I think it looks kind of crazy. It needs a wash, as always when you're sick, as always with me, to be fair. Anywho, Mashka is my dog. I found her when I was road tripping through Europe 2 years ago. I found her in Bulgaria. She is a tiny, tiny little less than 2 kilo skin and bone pup that I was going to be, oh dear, I need to sneeze, I'm not gonna cry. I just need to sneeze, I swear it. She was a tiny little pup that was in a very, very bad condition when I came across her in Bulgaria. Then when I was living in a camper van for a year with my ex-boyfriend, we picked her up, took her to a vet's to get her sorted, was going to take her to an animal charity, and then ended up keeping her, and she became my full custody at the end of that very stressful relationship. And now my boyfriend Robert has adopted her. He is no longer just stepdad, he is daddy, much to his protest. He loves it really, they're like the best of friends now, but he wasn't sure when he first met her because she, being a rescue, has some serious behaviour problems, let's say. But yeah, it is her 2-year birthday today. I actually made her, let me show you, a cute little Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. I might end up stealing this, but the idea was for her to match me. If she likes to wear them, I'm going to see if she likes to wear them. If she's going to pull them off, obviously I won't force her to wear it, but if she likes to wear them, or it doesn't bother her to wear them, I'm going to make some to match all of my jumpers. This matches my DRK everyday sweater in green croft yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners that I love that I had left over. I think it's a really good way to use scraps. Also, that noise wasn't me, that was my chair, okay? It's a really good way to use up scraps, and then we can walk around matching, which just makes my heart happy. So yeah, actually, should we put it on her?
Oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. Come to Mama. You come to. Oh, she's a girl. Look at her. Oh, she's a model. Mushy, are you a model? What's that? What is that? Look at it. Look at you. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You gonna sit? You want to pose? Yep. Yeah. Oh, who's a pretty girl? Who's a pretty girl? Yes, this is Mashka, and it's her birthday, and we're going to be giving her some cake in a bit. Actually, if I post it in time, I'm going to take a picture of her getting some cake and pop it on my Instagram, so I'll share it here if the editing lines up. Okay, I'm going to put her back 1 second. Okay, so that is my little Mashka. That's all my updates. I'm now going to talk to you about how I style my knits. Okay, so I've sat to one side so that I can insert some footage right here. I've pre-recorded the footage, but it's on my phone that I'm recording with, and my laptop's kind of loud when it's on, so I'm going to talk trying to remember what I showed you, but there's a very high chance that what I'm talking about doesn't quite match up with what I'm showing in the video. We'll do our best when it comes to the editing. So the thing that I've decided to show you this week is a jumper that I've had so many questions about. It is my Sweater Hug by Skein-Deer. What I'm wearing actually as well is another Skein-Deer pattern, that's the Librarian, but I'll do that one another week. So the Sweater Hug I decided to do with significantly less ease than how Ellie, who's my friend, lovely Ellie from Skein-Deer Knits, designed it to be, and I recommend reducing the ease because the fit on this jumper, I swear to God, it's one of my most worn jumpers. When I was making it, it's like longer than that I'd normally make, it's not quite as cropped or out there, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be a fun thing to have in my wardrobe, but I didn't envisage just how much I'd be wearing it, and I wear it all the fucking time. So actually, that's one thing. I was asked exactly how much ease I have put into it, so I will measure it and let you know. Give me 1 second. Here she is, off the rack. She has a very nice, my favourite necklines, like these higher necklines. I just find them so flattering. I think they're so flattering on everyone. I know people are quite funny about having things close to their neck. What I like about this one is it stands up a little bit. And so, although it's next to your neck, it's not like tight like a turtleneck or a polo neck. So I think it's quite a happy medium if you want something cozy and warm, but not... God, I'm talking too fast, I'm getting out of breath. Something cozy and warm, but not too much. So I'm just going to measure across the upper bust portion. That's 19. Interesting. So I think it's about 1.5 inches of positive ease across the bust. So it's not quite negative ease. Across my stomach, let me go lower down, that will be more positive ease. So it's, oh no, I just lied. 19. Oh dear, you guys, I can't do maths. It has exactly 0 inches of negative ease. I actually can do maths, that's the worst thing. It's exactly 38 inches across, which is my bust, and it's straight down, so there's no waist shaping, which means it's 38 inches across my tummy, and at my smallest point I'm about 27 inches. So on my stomach there is about 11 inches of positive ease, and on the bust there is 0 inches of ease at all. I hope that helps. Also, how long did I do it? Let's give that a measure. So it's quite nice actually. I think in the future when I talk about do this styling video, I'll include a few more details about the jumpers I didn't before. So it's about 15 inches from the underarm, like very roughly, I'm measuring on my leg, from the underarm down to the hem. As I've said before, I'm fairly tall, 15 inches, when I'm sitting down at least, hits me just at the top of my hips, or middle of my hips actually. So that's really nice. And what I really like about this jumper as well is the split hem detail. You'll see that a bit more in one of these videos. Gosh, Molly, you can talk. Okay, outfit number 1 is a preppy number. You will see it here styled with a yellow and black checked tartan mini skirt. If you saw one of my earlier episodes on my plans were to make in autumn, I had a mood board of outfits and this one fits very firmly in that mood board. At some point in this video you'll see me pop on some heeled black faux leather boots. Goes very nicely. I've got some black thick tights on with it. Now what I've done here is just very gently tuck it in to the skirt and fold it over. I think it looks really neat. At some point as well I will add a belt. This is quite a thick belt, but it'll give you a bit of a waist cinch. One thing I have found, because it's quite thick yarn, it can make you look wider around the middle, and I very much like that hourglass silhouette. So something like a cinching waist belt will pull it in, even though the tucking is giving you some extra bulk around your middle. Another option, which I'll show you later on, is you could actually, I did it with a belt, but I've seen videos where people like tie a string or a shoelace around their tummy. They tuck in the jumper to that instead of the skirt, and then pull it over, so you like hide the tie, and then it's like folded over, but it's not actually tucked into anything, so you've just got like a tidier silhouette. Just an option, but I mean, to be fair, tucking works just fine, and it's so warm. As I get older, I've got to keep these kidneys warm, so that works really well for me. But I love this outfit. It's something that I've worn several times before and I'll definitely wear again. I love it with the boots. Usually, I'll be honest, my life consists around going to the gym and walking my dog, so I don't get to wear these outfits as much as I'd like. I have worn this outfit walking the dog, but I would wear it with a pair of wellies. Welly chic is the way forward. I love a pair of wellies. I think they go really well with the outfit anyway, so hope you like this one. Hopefully I spoke long enough for the video, but not too long so that you're sitting around with no extra footage. Ooh, I should have brought a cup of tea, but we'll save that for afterwards. I'm just going to gradually have less of a voice. Outfit number 2. I think I did my jeans next. So I just wore this with a pair of black skinny jeans. They're actually jeggings, I think, like jean leggings, because they're really stretchy. They don't have a zip or anything on them. I got them from Marks and Spencer's. Now, anyone in the UK, my mom tells me all the time that M&S is a granny brand, but I don't care. It's where I get all my basics from. It's where I get my underwear from. I love them. It's just really good quality at a really reasonable price, okay? Don't hate me. Oh, you can if you want. I don't care. I'm gonna keep shopping there. I love it. And if you're looking for some really great basics, that is the place to go. Just saying. I actually bought my parents some really lovely pyjamas for Christmas from there. I mentioned earlier that I am making them stockings for Christmas, but the other thing I'm also doing is Christmas Eve presents. So my parents always do Christmas Eve presents for me and my sisters, and it's always pyjamas and like hot chocolate or something. So I'm doing them some this year and they don't know. I got some beautiful pyjamas from M&S. You'll see that in my Vlogmas videos. Anyway, in this video you will see styled and loose, so I haven't tucked it in. What I really like and find really flattering is the split hem, and the split hem actually sits at a really nice point in my hips, so I feel like it kind of goes down and then my hips pop out the split hem. Oh Jesus, Molly, the split hem. My hips pop out the side, and I think that's just a really flattering, like it just skims, and it's just that illusion-y, like, I don't know, there's something sexy about it, and I'm here for it. I think this outfit would probably go really well with those boots that I had in the first video, if I wanted something a bit more classy. But in the interest of being honest, again, I spend a lot of time outside with the dog, or just outside generally. I'm definitely an outdoorsy person, so I'm showing it with one of my many pairs of Vans. Vans are my favourite shoes ever. The high top Vans. These are just my plain black ones. In a later version of this, you'll see how often I wear my black ones with leopard print. But yeah, started with a pair of Vans, classic, clean, easy look. Not super glamorous. It's not like my go-to style all the time. If I want to be comfy and look a bit chic, that's the outfit that we're going for. Whew. How do commentators do it? Or like these people that do auctions, like, or like horse racing. Even when I'm not sick, wow, it's taking it out of me. So the last outfit is more of a chic, classy outfit, if I do say so myself. I had to get a pencil skirt in here. So the pencil skirt that I've styled this with is a blue. I love this, I've had it for absolute years. It's just a jersey and it's a really thin jersey. So I was deciding how to style this because the jersey's so thin, if you were to tuck in the jumper properly, like pull it down and tuck it in, it would just look lumpy and rubbish. So I have tried to tuck it in just a little bit and that works, but I'm also going to show you me faffing about with the belt like I spoke about earlier, where you kind of, I should have practiced this before, and it's definitely harder with the jumper with a split hem. I've seen it done with people that don't have a split hem. Wow, Molly. Don't have a split hem jumper. So this I really love. I didn't show you any shoes with it because I forgot, but I think like a pair of white Converse would make it really like casual and cool, and you could probably dress it up with a pair of boots or something. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it because I forgot. Actually, do you know what? My leopard print Vans would go perfectly with this. But yeah, I really like this outfit. It's really comfortable. Comfort is important, guys. It's just clings in all the right places. What I really like, that's what I did. I'm starting to forget, you would have already seen this in the video, but I tucked in the front and left the back out, and that's what I love about a split hem, is you can tuck it in, because I like a jumper that's a bit shorter at the front, a bit longer at the back. I find it, again, very flattering silhouette. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation. I just dropped. I'm just like playing around with the measuring tape. Jesus, Molly. Okay, right. I don't know what you guys are gonna have to deal with this week. Anyway, I tucked it in the front, not the back. I think it looked really nice like that. Or tucked into a belt so that it looks folded over. It looks great. Because I only tucked in the front and I spaced it out, it didn't look that bad considering the skirt was so thin. But if I was to tuck all of it in, I just think it would look really bulky. So that belt idea, or maybe string I'll play around with it in the future, is a really good option. Those are my 3 ways of styling my sweater hug by Skein Deer Knits. Tell me what you think of my styling videos and give me a little bit of, you know, bear me a little bit of kindness, because I'm sick and feeling a bit loopy. So yeah, tell me what you think. Is there anything that you wanted me to include that I didn't? Are there things I included that just aren't that interesting? Are you interested in seeing more things like this? I've got so many sweaters. I would love to do more videos like this to let you know what you think. And I will remember to breathe. So that is everything I wanted to cover this week. Next week, I think we're gonna have another like catch up on all the things I've been making, because I am finishing things and starting things left, right and centre. It is gift season. I've taken on a ton of test knits. There's tons of things that I want to make, selfish knits I want to make for myself. I see another Anya in my future, but I think it's going to be a gift for my mother, but don't tell her, it's a secret. She definitely doesn't watch this. My parents are fairly young, but they're just not particularly tech savvy, so I don't think they're going to watch this. But I think if I can, I want to make her a black one, but I haven't been able to get my hands on any black drops alpaca from the UK. It's her birthday mid-December, so I wanted to make it for that. We'll see. My mum's very glamorous and has a very cool vintage style, so I feel like she would love it. But yeah, that's everything from me this week. I hope you have an amazing week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope none of you have stinking colds, and if you do, top up on your vitamin C and orange juice and look after yourself and take lots of naps like I haven't been. And I will see you next week. Take care. Just one last look at this. Wait. Goodbye from my cozy, glamorous scarf. Go apply for the test knit.